Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of GGC Outdoors. Today we are doing the Perception Outlaw 11.5 fishing kayak. I'm going to pass it over here to Jeff. He's going to be doing the review for you guys, so stay tuned.
All right, so right here is the Perception kayak that Rick's talking about. It's set up for fishing. I've got a couple extra things and I want to kind of explain to you why I have them, and they say they're not essential, but I feel like some of this is essential. But to go over the kayak first, the first thing you'll notice if you come in right here is this hull. It's got that catamaran hull. It's super stable. We just took it out. It was my first time on it. I stood up, felt perfectly safe doing so. I'm going to show that to you here in a minute. It's like 35 and some change inches wide, plenty of open deck space. Great part about this kayak, open deck space. The seat sits super high. I would say somewhere around 7 to 8 inches. It's got a built-in handle right here for carrying, either underneath or over top. They're molded in to the actual kayak, so you don't have to worry about the strap breaking. Got two handles here that also served as rail guides. I have my kayak holders here. Essential in my opinion, because you can lay them down and start fishing. And it's got the little slip right there for the tip of the kayak paddle. You come back here, and I actually have a saddle bag on here. This is good. It's not essential, but I think it's a slick thing. I can actually show you what I got in it. Got my tackle box and all my rubber worms and stuff, and pliers. It's got some molly loops on it. Very nice. Can you see it right there? So coming back to the back of it, you have a nice big flat spot here. You can set a crate, a cooler, whatever you need. These come like a pre-template to cut out for your dry storage. There's none that come from, it's not stock with dry storage, but you can cut these holes out. There's one here, one in the center, which I recommend for your keys and wallet with a dry bag. And there's one underneath that bungee, that little bungee surface thing, so you can keep stuff strapped down. Now, seat, totally removable. Only takes a couple seconds to remove this seat. And it folds up, slides right back into this groove. Fish and pull out of the way. You can actually set a 30-quart cooler right here. Or you can stand up, lean against here, fish. I'm going to show you that here in a second. That's a great thing. You remove it while you're storing it on top of your car. But this seat is super comfortable. And I'll show you how easy it pops back in there. Pretty easy. Pretty easy. Pops right back in there. Pops right in there, and then you go over top, hook it to there, grab this thing, do the same thing. Whoop, that's it. There we go. Same thing with the back. It hooks down. Simple. Come back here and show how it hooks. It's simple. It's not going nowhere. All right, and then the back here is also kind of made for a trolling motor. You can buy a little cheap Amazon mount and put a trolling motor or any kind of motor on it. Got that flat spot, and it's also got a molded in handle underneath too, so you can lift it up from the other side. It's heavy kayak. It's 77 pounds, so got a little weight to it, but it makes up for stability. Doesn't move fast on the water, but it's maneuverable enough, especially for shallow lakes, big ponds, slow moving streams. I wouldn't be putting this in class 3 rapids, but it's a good boat all around. Got the double barrel fishing rod holders. You zoom into that. I've got 2 of them in right now. They work great because they kind of angle back. As you can see, they angle them back so they don't get caught on branches and stuff as easy. They're not sticking straight up. All in all, I had a hell of a time today. I love this kayak. So I'm gonna jump in the water. He's gonna film me do this. Like second or third time I've been in a kayak, so This should tell all the newbies how easy it is. Okay?
Watch that log.
He says, watch the log. So I shall watch the log. Alright. So I'll show you how stable this kayak is. You can sit right up on it, just like that. Sit down in it, pretty easy. No problem launching. Easy launch. So I'm gonna stand right out here. I'm gonna try to talk loud. But here it is. Stable as all get out right here. Get away from this log for a minute. Alright, so when you're fishing, and you got your fishing pole, another cool thing about this kayak is, if you watch, I could take that fishing pole, stick it right here, it's out of the way, watch this. Okay, so I'll find the spot I want to fish. It has that little slit, and on the other side I have one of these Ys. Then I can pick up my fishing pole, fish, okay? That's one thing. Show you this other thing here. So I'm gonna stand up in this kayak. I'm gonna show you how stable. So I'm gonna show you, I'm getting ready to stand up. Here I go. I'm gonna put my kayak back in the slip. I'm gonna grab a hold of this seat, and I'm actually just gonna stand right up in it, no problem. I mean, that's a freaking stable kayak. I mean, it gets a little more unstable, I guess, as you get towards the front, but I really feel like I could stand and fish off this thing. I mean, in all honesty. No, I'm not, it's not even, like, that's what's crazy. See how I feel, it feels like it's gonna tip? It just won't. Like, I'm putting all my weight on my right side. That's pretty impressive. Like, it is a stable kayak. Like, I can, bam, hook a big one out here. But it's a good kayak. Long story short, I am so happy with this purchase. Around 900 bucks on Amazon, and can't go wrong with it. I mean, if you want a good fishing vessel, a little bit on the heavy side. I have a truck with an extended hitch on it, so it made it pretty easy to load and unload. And I got me a dolly for it that goes up through the scupper holes. It does have good scupper holes. It drains the water well. So that is a Perception kayak. Thanks for watching GGC Outdoors.
Jump in.
Nope. Sitting back down, just to show you, it's nothing too crazy at all. So I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna show you guys how to get out of the kayak now. Some kayaks are actually a pain in the ass to get in and out.
He's gonna dodge that log for the 5th time.
See me miss that log? I'm already becoming a pro. Alright, here I come. Run this thing ashore, just like that. Park your paddle in your little paddle park. That's what it's called, a paddle park. Couldn't think of the name of it, but it's so stable. This kayak is so stable. You can literally just, bam, grab it, bring this sucker right back up on the Here we go. Not too shabby.
I'm gonna try that again.
It's all right. Not too shabby. So if you're out there and you're in the market for a kayak, it's a great option. I recommend it. We're gonna be doing some hardcore fishing out of it this summer. I'm gonna start out with some crappie and bass fishing, and I might try to do some shovelhead fishing out of it a few nights, and then we'll be hunting turkey with it. We'll be hunting deer with it. I mean, it's gonna be a do-it-all kayak because I paid a lot of money for it, and I'm gonna use it. So that's our review for the Perception Outlaw 11.5. Check it out. If you buy it, great. If you don't, great. I just wanted to show you it's a good option. And I have another kayak that I'm gonna do a review on. I got my son a Eagle Talon 12, and it's an older kayak that Field and Stream used to have, but it is a As far as plastic goes, I find it a little better than the Pelican kayak. That's the first kayak I ever had. Good fishing kayak, but I rolled it twice. And I never felt like I was gonna roll this kayak. So if you're afraid of stability and you're afraid that it might be too tipsy, man, 10 out of 10 on stability, 6 out of 10 on speed, 8 out of 10 on handling, and probably 10 out of 10 on fishability. If you want to bring stuff with you, hauling stuff, it's a great kayak. I could put me and probably my son on this kayak, even though I probably wouldn't. I could. A dead deer, dead turkey, duck fishing. If you're into duck hunting, all your duck hunting gear could go on this kayak with a gun. These tracks are handy. I'm gonna use put a fishing pole holder on one side or the other, and then I actually have a gun mount that I bought today at Tractor Supply. I'm gonna put on it for when we turkey hunt. So that's it. Have a good day. Thanks for watching GGC Outdoor. Think I went over that very good?
Yeah.